loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your...
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Yellow. Hey,
defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes steps away to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Yellow, I'm going. 15.
I got you. 53 at the mic. 53. Exit.
Right here.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the 1st quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
We go. 8-3.
It's just me and you.
Shoot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Eluding the pressure right. They complete it to Hill. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Mahomes now on first down. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
15.
49, check 49, check 49.
Yellow.
Mike, 53. 53.
Nice 7, let's go. Can't believe they let you play.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Yellow. On the line.
I got wide.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City 1st.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Get wide.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Get it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Ready.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What? Squeeze. Hey, Echo.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Sanders. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready to break.
22's coming, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 13. Check 13.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
22, Mike, 22.
Fire.
To throw on 3rd down. Stanley.
Let's get off the field.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the set. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, watch your leg. Show it up. Show it up. Pilot, 64. Weak. Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 saw. 98's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Down. 70. Indy. I got it. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Ready?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just... dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now the try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On the double.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Greystone travel. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Fire.
Off the play fake. Stanley. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Deep rip.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. 5.
Throwing on third and long. Stanley. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. from the gun. Stanley. And that will be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Got it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Hey, wahoo! Now.
2nd and 15. And he fires one incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 22, Mike 20. Hey, high 7. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. And able to connect with Barrios. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot. Just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Bravo. Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm here all day.
From the gun, Stanley. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's caught by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, 8, read. 80 weapon. Here we go, D. 198. Watch 98.
Johnson on 1st and 10. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Watch the out, watch the out. Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage. Back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
Off play action. Stanley. Floating one, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, exit. Go.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Rock it. Lucky. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check nickel. Jump. Hard. Rush in. Hey, Charlie.
To throw again, Stanley. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
We got three.
Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, box drop.
Here's Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on second down, Johnson. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
From
the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking deep for Jennings. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
15, check 15. Hey, echo. 5.
Throwing again. Stanley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Too little, Cat.
They
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Back to the air on 2nd down. Johnson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6. Got a man, it's Barrios complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Smoke.
On first down, Stanley under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 59.
Hey, lock it.
Tackles.
He's coming. Where's it go?
Back to throw. Stanley. Well, that's complete to Sanders. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
AT Gator. Recon. 132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs.
Come on,
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back